my face, taking up all of my space. You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. I don't even play. Get out of my way. Out of my way.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Oh, good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy off the play fake. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
And the 49er 1st down.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Purdy looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Purdy now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack it back at the 36. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
18, 5 in. Get it. Ready.
Now Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again. He's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 18, 77, 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line.
That's good for a Washington first down.
To the air goes Daniels. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Drag him 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 60.
Daniels looking to throw. To the left side, he's got McConkey. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Tag. Cowboys, go.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Ready, break. Here we go, here we go. Lightning, 18. Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lion. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Go! Let go!
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
18.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Dalton Kincaid, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Purdy. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Here's 3rd and quite a ways. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partners, a former defensive back, that's almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Cougar 19.
To throw is Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Daniels going to throw for it. And this is caught inside the 5. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
19 Lions.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ladd McConkey, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 3. Jake Moody to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Back to throw, Purdy. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. Purdy trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Open man right side, that's McConkey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
37-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34.
Now.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now Daniels going to keep it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Terry McLaurin with career touchdown number 60. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. An extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
49ers 3. Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Get set.
Here's Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. A And that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Now Purdy. And will find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Get set.
Purdy looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal, San Francisco.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
49ers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it, McCaffrey. Well, no reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Purdy now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Mustang 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
19 tight. Ready.
Now Daniels. This is Smith with a grab. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom.
Touchdown, Washington. Devontae Smith. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 50 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
49ers 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ladd McConkey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with career touchdown number 60. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
49ers 31.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? Let's go. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Warriors 70. Grosso, 19 tight, 19 tight. 65 catch, go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now Daniel's going to keep it. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.